Bangladesh says Rohingya arrivals untenable as thousands arrive daily. Geneva, Reuters, nearly 1 million Rohingya refugees have fled violence in Myanmar, an untenable situation for neighbor Bangladesh, the country's UN envoy said on Monday, calling on Myanmar to let them return. Some 600,000 people have crossed the border since August 25, when insurgent attacks on security posts were met by a ferocious counter-offensive by the Myanmar army in Rakhine state, which the United Nations has called ethnic cleansing. This is the biggest exodus from a single country since the Rwandan genocide in 1994, Shameem Ahsan, Bangladesh's ambassador to the United Nations in Geneva, told a UN pledging conference. Despite claims to the contrary, violence in Rakhine state has not stopped. Thousands still enter on a daily basis, he said. Bangladesh's interior minister was in Yangon on Monday for talks to find a durable solution, Ahsan said. But Myanmar continued to issue propaganda projecting Rohingyas as illegal immigrants from Bangladesh, Ahsan said, adding, "This blatant denial of the ethnic identity of Rohingyas remains a stumbling block." Myanmar considers the Rohingya to be stateless, despite tracing their family's presence in the country for generations. The United Nations has appealed for $434 million to provide life-saving aid to 1.2 million people for 6 months. "We need more money to keep pace with intensifying needs. This is not an isolated crisis, it is the latest round in a decades-long cycle of persecution, violence, and displacement," UN humanitarian chief Mark Lowcock told the talks. "Children, women, and men fleeing Myanmar are streaming into Bangladesh traumatized and destitute," he added. "We assess we have pledges of around $340 million, Lowcock said before the midday break in the meeting. New pledges included €30 million announced by the European Union, $15 million by Kuwait, $10 million Australian dollars by Australia, and £12 million from Britain. He reiterated the UN call on Myanmar to allow full humanitarian access across Rakhine, where 8 agencies have been denied entry. Myanmar must guarantee the right to safe, voluntary and dignified return, so that the Rohingya can live in peace with their human rights upheld in Rakhine, Lowcock said. Reporting by Stephanie Nabahay, editing by Robin Pomeroy.